Welcome to another Car Booth One video. This is an in-depth tour of a 2022 Toyota LandCruiser 70 Series GXL single cab. This is a 2022 version, so it's pretty much the same like the previous years, but for 2022 they've added a couple of new extra features which I'll be going through in this video. In this video I'll give you a full walk around the car, I'll show you the exterior, the interior, and there's additional features and so on. Let's get straight into it. So towards the front, as you can see, you got standard halogen headlights, which hasn't changed. You also can see that you got this really nice chrome grille, which is also again the same like the previous years, which actually looks quite nice as well. You can see it's also slightly blacked out as well, which is a nice little detail as well. Got this sort of texture finish over here, which is actually quite handy if you need to like step or reach for something, which I guess is quite cool. Now, being the GXL, you can see you got no for this one you can see there's no fog lights. But on the Workmate, the GXL, the four-door version, you can see you get the fog lights on that one, so you can see you don't have them here. You can see you got a slightly different sort of finish. This is white, and you can see you've got a bit of this sort of nice sort of grey sort of finish over here. And on the front of the bumper, you got some more nice chrome here, which is a quite nice detail. Now, in terms of the engine, it's a 4.5 litre V8 turbo diesel, and it's yeah, quite a big engine, you can see. So yeah, which I'll show you a little bit later. You can see you got this little nice functional, what's good. You can see that directs air over there, which looks quite cool. So while we're here, I thought I'd just quickly show you the spec sheet. Now, being the GXL, they add a couple of extra features which I'll show you. Which this one being the GXL single cab, you can see these are the additional features you get. The aluminium side steps, which I'll show you, the power windows, differential locks, carpet flooring, cloth seats, intermittent wipers, and central locking. So those are the features. And if you just want to see the spec sheet, I'll just show you the spec sheet and what you get there. And let's continue on. Show you the headlights there. You can have a better look at it. It's pretty nice. I'll step back so you can see the front end a bit more. Show your wheels, so you can see you got these not too big, so you can see you got these, what size it appears to be a 16-inch tire. You can see so it's quite rugged as well in terms of what they are. It's a Dunlop Grand Trek 81 tires, and you can see that you got they're all alloy wheels as well. And I'll just switch to the wide angle lens so you can get a better look. You can see even the suspension, if you like to see in here. Nice. Got good ground clearance as well. It's quite raised, which is great when you're going off-road and stuff like that. A lot of people anyway modify and make it even higher, so I find that pretty interesting. And you can see the wheels are very solid. So these are made in Japan, they're not built anywhere else, and they're still manufacturing them, which I think they're going to be axing it soon because of regulations, because of the V8 is, I think, even the new LandCruiser doesn't come in the V8, which is unfortunate. So you can see your LandCruiser badging here, which is really cool, and you can see GXL. In terms of the fuel consumption, I'm not too sure. I'll leave them in the motion graphics, which I'll show you in a moment, which will come up during the video when I edit it. Nice and wide mirrors. You can see this one's a bit more curved, so it just makes it a bit more closer opposed to the other side. So it makes it a little bit easier when reversing. You can see the aluminium side panels here. I think we talked about that earlier. And you can see the side profile of the LandCruiser. One thing is the build quality on these are so good. Just listen to this. Just so solid. Like, you just don't get that with cars anymore, and it's quite nice that you get that with this. So this one doesn't have the tray on it, so that's why it looks a little bit like weird. So what happens is when they import these cars to Australia, they bring them out as it is right here, and then they send it off to a manufacturer in Australia where they actually, sorry, a manufacturer comes here who actually installs the trays on the cars. So you can see one that has a tray here. So they install those trays onto the cars. So they're not actually done, they're only done at the dealership when the vehicle's purchased. So it's a little bit different. That's the ones with the tray, so in case you're wondering. So here's the rear. So you can see, I'll just show you the rear wheels here. And while we're here, we can actually see the exhaust system and everything else. So you can see you've got leaf spring suspension, along with standard shock absorber as well. You can see you've got a solid rear axle as well. You can see all that there. And you've got a fuel tank here, which I think is about 100 litres. I mean, I'll correct that with the motion graphics. So you can see your standard tail lights, which again, every single trailer, for the tray. And this is pretty much like, you're wondering why it's actually separated. Well, this is actually for the number plate. So what happens is when they mount the tray, they actually wire this out, undo all that, and then they mount it to the trailer, the tray of the ute, sorry, or pickup truck, what you call in America. Show you the. So you can see all the tow bar information in case you're wondering. And that's for the I believe for the trailer brakes. So then the brake lights come on as well. For the lights for the trailer and all that, so stuff like that. So when the brake lights, you can see when you add a trailer, the brake lights come on there too, for also people can't see where you're going when you're stopping and stuff like that. I'm not too sure when they're going to stop production of these cars, but it's pretty soon. So, I mean, which is due to regulations. And a lot of people are wondering why these are not sold in America, and the reason for it is because I think for regulations. See, cars from I think 2000, the roof of the car here has to support the entire vehicle. So in the rollover, this may collapse. So that's the reason why. And the other reason is because if you noticed here, the visibility is really good, as you can see. And that's because obviously there's some stuff taken out, like you don't have side airbags here, you don't have curtain airbags as well. So again, that would not pass in America. That's why they're not sold in the US, which is unfortunate. So if you were to ship one of these to US, I don't think you can even drive them on the road, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'll show you the interior. So the interior looks pretty much the same, but there are some additional features that I'll show you. So, sorry. So you can see you've got some pretty flat door cards. There's no real room to put any sort of like drink bottles or anything, but you got a little bit of some storage here, which is quite nice. Even the switches are pretty well screwed together. All standard cloth here, and even the locks feel very nice and solid. Cloth seats on this one, and you can see it's a 5-speed manual. Okay, so same interior, but they've added something new, which I'll show you. I'll just remove this piece of paper because I think it's going to create a bit of a distraction. So you can see they've added a media screen, which I'll show you in a moment. So you can pretty standard looking stuff, and I do have the key with me so I can show you. So the key is just a regular looking key, nothing really special. So you can see this is a standard key, and this is just the locks, really pretty much the standard Toyota key over here like that, and locks are going there. So you can see your standard gauges here. This just goes into ignition, very old-fashioned. Handbrake is up, and yeah, I'm just going to just turn on the accessory mode only. And I'll just turn this off. Okay, so here's the gauges, as you can see, pretty standard looking stuff. I did mention this is powered, so you can see. No, it's got auto down, I believe, only. So if I press this down here, it'll go down automatically for the driver's side, but it's not auto up, so you're gonna have to manually do that. So you can see you can see pretty much here, pretty standard looking stuff. You've got pretty standard looking stuff. You can see you got your rev counter to the left, towards the right. You've got your speedometer. You got a voltmeter for the battery, fuel gauge, and a temperature gauge, oil gauge, and you can see a fuel gauge. So pretty standard, nothing really too special there really. So you can see you got your wiper controls to the left, and you got your indicators and headlight controls to the right, and you can see they feel quite nice. You can see the steering wheel, reverse steering wheel, pretty decent, pretty simple, and you can see all hard plastics all over there. Really good visibility, as I mentioned, because I just realized there's airbags on the side here, so I think they've added airbags on the front there. Didn't realize that. I think that might be new for 2022, so I guess that's good. So you can see you got some handles there, but you don't have side airbags here, so yeah. So you can see as you can see, what else is new is that head unit. So you can see the head unit's got navigation, no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which is unfortunate, but yeah, but I guess this is a nice updated touch. So AM, FM radio, Bluetooth, USB, CD, and no, so I think this is the volume control. That's embarrassing. So I'll just show you how it sounds. So it hasn't been really tuned, so I do apologize if it's don't think I've got any. So I don't think it's a pretty regular standard radio. It's nothing really too special, to be honest. You do have, I think you can connect your phone and pair your mobile phone, so you can make calls. That's also a nice touch as well. And yeah, you got navigation, so I guess that's good, especially when you're going to the outback. You can see where you're going, and it's not too bad. It's not a game changer, but it's not pretty standard looking stuff. You can see, I forgot to show you. You can see you got a clock there. It looks like you can have it also just set as a lap timer as well, which is cool. Press this, you can set an alarm and stuff like that. Pretty standard stuff. You can see your standard HVAC controls here too. So you got your standard HVAC controls. So you can see you can high, low, and then you can see even the buttons feel really solid, which is like really great. Like you don't get that anymore. I mean, look, this feels very satisfying. And recycling to fresh air if you want, and hot and cold air conditioning as well. You can see you got a cigarette lighter, which is cool. Things for your aerial. A couple of blank buttons there, and a couple of additional switches there as well. You can see also what's new. Also, what they've done is they've added I think the pallet socket was all it was there before, but they've added some USB ports. So for 2022, so I guess that's good. So a 2.1 volt would be nice as a Type C, but Type A port here, so 2.1, so it's a lot faster, so it's good for charging and stuff like that. So you can got some storage there, and you can see you've got some to fit this bottle, and you got some additional storage there as well. So you can see you've got 5-speed manual transmission, then you've got your other sort of stuff, say if you want to go into low or high range, that done as well. Standard rubberized handbrake here. As you can see here, some storage here as well, quite nice. And yeah, that's about it really. And you can see some soft touch seats as well, standard cloth seats, really comfortable and really nice, and they're comfortable. Like, it's not like, I mean, this car is like, it's old school. I mean, who doesn't love a 70 series LandCruiser? So you can see it'll be nice if you had a little mirror here, but I don't think you care about your looks going through the outback. So you can see you've got a vanity mirror there, which is good. Got another one here as well. Now, obviously, due to COVID, the prices are a little bit more dear, which I will show you. Hold up there. You can see this is the current offer for the this one you see here. So the white color is called vanilla, French vanilla, 4.5 diesel, and yes, the price of it, that's actually gone quite a bit higher now because due to the chip shortage and due to COVID, it's hard to supply the cars now. So you can see you've got some reversing, not reversing, I'm saying you've got a rear mirror. So yeah, reversing camera, how embarrassing. For this one, I don't know if it does even have a reversing camera, but you can get one normally done when you're getting the trailer done, installed and stuff like that. Tray installed. Gotta stop making mistakes. So, yeah. So I'll show you the doors. It's so satisfying. I can do that all day. So 4.5 litre V8. It's quite a big engine, you can see. Oh man, this is gonna be really hard to do. Just bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that. There you go. So it's just really heavy to prop this up. So here's your engine bay. You can see. Airbox there. Wiper motor for those guys who were making fun of me earlier. I get nervous. You can see you got a lot of space here, so it actually makes it a lot more easy to work on. And yeah, got a diesel fuel filter there. And just in case I forgot to mention, this is made in Japan. And even a lot of the parts are still made in Japan here, just because a lot of cars they say made in Japan, but they still use parts from overseas, so that's not the case here. So your clutch fluid, you got your clutch fluid there, I believe, and then you've got your brake fluid over here as well. Power steering fluid as well here, and yeah, pretty nice. Have a look at the spec sheet again in case you didn't get a look at that. Little things you could do, you can always change the stereo. It's not the nicest stereo sounding stereo, but yeah. I'll just close the lid, as I should say. Oh, I've got the wax on my hand. So here you go. So that's my little walk around of the 2022 Toyota LandCruiser 70 Series GXL. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, sorry for the mistakes in the video. I'm a little bit nervous and I just haven't had a good day. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And this car's for sale at Furniture Gully Toyota. And you know, feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Take care, guys.